As the chimes of Durham Cathedral strike 11, you join us here outside the Purple Radio studios as we await the arrival of our two intrepid presenters. In the distance I can see a cloud of smoke. It's the Purple Radio car. As our classic purple-tinged Austin Metro approaches, I can sense a real feeling of anticipation amongst the crowd who have turned out today to greet them. Here they are. They appear to be having some difficulty getting out of the back seat, but here they are. It's Mr. Robert Weedon and Mr. Miles Cragg here to present Absolute Classic on Purple Radio.
Hello and welcome to the newest classical and light music orientated show on Purple Radio. Absolute Classic will be here for the next 7 weeks.
7 weeks? Hang on. I thought it was 7 minutes.
Oh. Well, that's not good.
I've got a train to catch. I think this is... Turn the music off. This is... 7 weeks.
Yep.
Definitely 7 weeks.
7
right?
weeks.
Fair enough. Fine. Okay.
Anyway, I'm Robert Weedon.
And I'm Miles Cragg. Sorry for the delay there.
And in this week's show, we're going to be playing some fine music from all eras, genres and countries. We'll also be giving you the chance to discuss all the latest arts news, reviews and TV programmes. Plus we give you, the listener, the chance to play Hangman on the Radio.
Yes, the popular end-of-term classroom game finally reaches the airwaves with absolutely no need for a blackboard. If you want to play Hangman on the Radio, please do give us a call. 0191 3341 808 is the number you need to phone for Hangman on the Radio. That's coming up later.
And to guess our word of the week, please phone your letters in or get in touch via email at studio@purpleradio.co.uk. Please
don't actually send letters, handwritten letters in the post. They won't reach us by the end of the show, obviously, for the postal service being in the state it is.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the postal service per se.
It's pretty shocking. I remember back in the day where we used to get post before 7 o'clock every morning, and it now comes at about 7 o'clock in the evening the next day.
Well, it's fair enough. I mean, if it has to get from, I don't know, say Durham to London or something, I don't know. I think if you send it first class...
3 hours down the A1. Not hard. But that's...
They'll have to bring back the late night mail train, won't they, Miles?
It would be good.
But anyway, just to reiterate that, if you want to phone the studio, please call us on 0191 3341 808 or email us at studio@purpleradio.co.uk. And to finish today's show, we'll be celebrating the launch of Absolute Classic and of the first successful week's broadcasting on Durham's award-winning student radio station by attempting to set a new world record live here on Purple Radio. But more about that later.
Before all that, though, we commence with the first track. Let's just remind you, this is a classical programme, so we're going to be playing pieces of a more orchestral nature, perhaps. But who are more appropriate to begin than the master himself, Johann Sebastian Bach, and the first movement of his Brandenburg Concerto.
Four movements from Peter Warlock's Capriole Suite. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, we go on to the indoor balloon attempt.
Now let's just explain. This is the record for the largest indoor balloon inflated within a confined space. And because this hasn't been attempted before, we're pretty much guaranteed a record. I can see there representative from Guinness Book of Records standing by in the lobby. Obviously come very kindly to judge the attempt.
It's nice of them to turn up, actually. I was half expecting them to sort of think that this was rather an unimportant record.
It does seem a bit trivial, and he does look a little bit bored, actually. He does seem maybe falling asleep, actually, I can see.
Well, I guess the thing is he must see sort of extreme danger every day with, men pushing themselves to their physical and mental limits. So I guess a balloon inflated inside a studio must be a bit dull.
He has just fallen over, in fact. Is he all right?
Well, he looks a bit pale. I think he's probably just tying his shoelaces.
Are you sure he's from Guinness?
Well, I assume so. He was standing outside the station door with a Guinness when I arrived here, so I just assumed. Anyway, on with the record, and we're very excited to think that we might finally be in a real book instead of in the tabloids.
If this is going to be a world record, I think we probably need some sort of fanfare.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Hang on.
Do we have anything in the archives?
Ooh, hang on. What about this one?
What on earth was that, Miles?
Not quite what I had in mind. Another little thing there for the Halloween people. What about... Try this one.
That's much better. Well, I'm glad we got that sorted. Right, well, Miles, could you please switch on the compressor? Miles, no, stop. That's really noisy. No, we can't have that running in the studio. It sounds like a building site. We just can't have that.
There we go. I'll put it in the lobby. Hang on.
Miles, can you hear me?
Hello?
Miles?
Hello?
Could you switch the compressor on, please? And here we have it, dear listeners. A world record attempt is only just a few minutes from being set, and all here at Purple Radio.
Robert, how big's this balloon going to be?
Well, to break the record, it's got to be about 8 feet across, I think.
8 feet?
8 feet, yeah.
If you look out there, you realise the studio is only 5 feet wide, 5 by 6. It's never going to... Have you seen it's actually...
Right. That's a slight technical hitch on our part.
It's actually blocking the door now. It's pretty big. That's
pretty big.
You're probably going to have to stop the attempt.
I can't. We can't actually get to the compressor.
Can't get to the compressor. There's no way we can actually. This is actually going to cause a bit of havoc.
I think, given the circumstances, I'm getting gradually fairly pressed up against the wall here, really. I think we're going to have to play our final piece, which is slightly unusual. This balloon's getting a bit big now, Miles. We're going to have to play our final piece, which is by a composer who is normally associated with the world of choral music and sometimes not very popular with even that particular school. Mr. John Rutter, who I actually quite like myself. Do you have an opinion?
I
just move the balloon out of your face a bit there, Miles.
It's actually very difficult
to move,
to speak and move and to hear you. In fact,
kind of pressed up against the wall a bit here.
Should have thought this through.
It's really getting very big indeed. So anyway, we'll just say that this is a rare example of a piece by John Rutter, written entirely for orchestra. This is the finale from his Partita for Orchestra, written in 1971, and here played by the Royal Ballet Sinfonia, conducted by Rumen Gamba. So, cheerio from me this week.
And goodbye from me. Thank you.